everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the shoes in my designer shoe collection, and I do have a bit of an obsession with buying shoes. So unlike my handbag collection, which is not that big, in comparison my shoe collection is much larger, and I do have 29 pairs of shoes to share with you guys today. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Carol and my channel is all about fashion, luxury, and style tips for the working woman. I do a lot of unboxing videos, handbag reviews, as well as I do have a few other collection videos too. So if you like this video, definitely do check out my channel, watch a few more of my other videos, and subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. Now, let's get on to the shoes. So let's start off with all of the pumps in my shoe collection, because this is the largest category of shoes that I own, and I wear pumps maybe like 90% of the time. So first we have all of my Christian Louboutin pumps, and I have 6 pairs of these, 4 of which are in the 100mm height in their Pigalle Foley style. So the first pair of those that I have is in this black patent leather. And I love the look of these shoes, but they are really so uncomfortable. And looking back, I can't believe I bought 4 pairs of these. But they really go with any outfit, and there's no denying that it's such a stunning style. And I do wear these a lot because I love the contrast between the black and the red sole. And I also have these Pigalle Foleys in this navy patent leather. And on camera, this looks so similar to the black pair that I just showed you guys. But in real life, there is a slight difference between the 2 colors. But I don't really reach for this pair as much as I do the black patent leather, because when I'm going for a darker color patent leather pair of shoes, I almost always instinctively reach for the black pair. So I really should make an effort to wear these a little bit more. And I also have the same style of shoe in this white patent leather pair that kind of gradually changes to a snake print at the back of the heel. And I really love the contrast that the snake print gives to an otherwise pretty standard pair of pumps. So I initially bought this pair of shoes because me and my husband were going to do a destination wedding. So we had to get married at the courthouse first. So I bought this pair of shoes for that specific purpose, but we changed our mind to do a local wedding instead. So I didn't really wear these until last fall when the animal print trend was pretty popular. And I did wear it a lot last fall, but now I don't really reach for it much. And my last pair of Pigalle Foleys is in this Opaline color, which when I bought it, I was convinced this looked like a Tiffany blue color, but actually I think it's more of a mint greenish blue. And as you can see, I've never worn this pair of shoes out of the house before because it doesn't match with a single thing that I own. I think if it was a light grayish blue instead, I would wear it, but this was just an epic fail on my part. And the most comfortable pair of Louboutins that I own is this pair in the black suede. I love how dainty and feminine this pair of shoe looks with the rounded toe instead of the pointy toe. And I also love the heel on these shoes because that slight curve really makes it not only more comfortable but also very elegant too. And these were seriously comfortable from the first time I put them on. It didn't require any breaking in whatsoever. But the style of shoe doesn't seem to be available anymore. But if it were, I would buy more of these in a heartbeat because I'd rather own 4 pairs of these than the Pigalle Foleys. And my favorite pair of Louboutins by far is this pair of glittery pink Arizas. And I love the look of these shoes so much. I just think it is so pretty with the various colors of glitter and sequins in it. And it's probably the prettiest pair of shoes in my entire collection. And when I saw these available for purchase, I immediately wanted these to be my wedding shoes. So I bought them and just waited to go in for my first dress fitting. But when I got there, I quickly realized that the sequins kept getting caught on the layers of tulle on my dress. So I had to buy a new pair of shoes, of course. And I haven't worn these that much, just like once or twice over the holiday season last year. But even if I never wore them again, I would just be happy having these sitting on a shelf just looking pretty. My favorite shoe designer is Manolo Blahnik, and I love his BB pumps, which I have in this 115mm height in this Cobalt suede. I absolutely love these shoes. I think they give off this sophisticated girl boss vibe, and what's not to love about that, right? These shoes are just so absolutely comfortable that I can wear them for an entire day and even run in them with no pain or discomfort whatsoever. And I really should get this in a more wearable color because even though I love this cobalt blue color, It's not that wearable, but I still love them a ton. And I also have the same style in a slightly shorter 105mm height with this plaid pattern on it. And I basically love anything that has a plaid pattern. So I have a lot of plaid blazers and skirts that I love to wear with these shoes. I think it has a very professional look to it, but it's also easy to dress it down a little bit with a pair of jeans on the weekend for a kind of casual but still pretty dressy look. And then I have this pair of Manolo Blahnik Hang Easy pumps, and I had wanted a pair of these shoes for so long, but I always hesitated to get a pair because I was afraid of getting the satin dirty, and I knew that I wouldn't wear those so much. So when I saw these in this lame fabric, even though it was in a shorter 70mm heel height, and I usually go for approximately 100mm more, I decided to get these, and they're so stunning. It's the perfect match for any date night look, but it can also dress up a pair of jeans too. I also really love the pumps from Gianvito Rossi, and these are in a calf hair material with a leopard print pattern, and I love how the pattern as well as the texture of these shoes make it look so luxurious. And I love to style these with an otherwise very simple, solid colored and neutral colored outfit. I think it's the perfect contrast for something like that. And I bought these because of the animal print trend last year, but I have worn these a lot and still will wear these a lot in the future. The only thing is I do think that the BB pumps are a little more comfortable, but these are a very close second. And I also have these same pumps in this beige suede with these kind of rounded studs on them. When I bought them, I actually thought that those studs were pearls, but even though they're not, I still love these shoes. I think they add the perfect feminine touch to any outfit. And I have worn these a lot, but I'm so surprised that these don't look dirty at all, even though it's a light color suede. I also have the plexi pumps from Gianvito Rossi, and these were so popular maybe 2 years ago. I was kind of late to this trend though, because I was debating what color to get for the longest time, and I eventually settled on this gray pair, and I do really love them. I think they make my legs look so long, but I'm not a really big fan of how it makes my toes look very squished together. So yes, let's not spend too long looking at these shoes, and let's quickly move on to the next pair. Another style of shoe that was so trendy and popular a few years ago are the Valentino rock studs, and I own the style of shoe in 3 different colors, the first of which is this black pair. And I think out of the 3, these black ones are the edgiest ones that I own. I think these shoes look so cool, but they don't look cool on me because I have more of a feminine style, I would say, and these don't really mesh well with that for the most part, so I don't wear these a ton. And I also think that slingback shoes make my feet look bigger than they actually are, so the style is not for me, but I can appreciate the look of them. I also have these shoes in this red suede, and these are probably the boldest pair of shoes that I own. I'm even more likely to wear the cobalt blue Manolo BB pumps over these because I do tend to wear a lot of blue, but I don't really wear reds very often. The only times that I've really worn these shoes were over the holidays, and I've also worn it once with a leopard print top and a pleated skirt, and that looked really nice, but other than that, I don't really reach for these shoes. And my last pair of Valentino rock studs is this rose gold metallic pair. And out of the 3 that I own, this is the one that I probably wear the most. But for some reason, it's not as comfortable as the other 2 pairs. I do like the contrast that this gives to a very feminine floral dress, for example. But that's the only way I really style these shoes. And for that reason, the cost per wear on these is really not great. Next up is the only pair of shoes that I own from Gucci because I don't have any of their loafers or their sneakers. Now this looks like a very simple pair of black leather pumps, and they are, but they're just so comfortable that since I've gotten these, I've since decluttered my other black leather pumps because I never reach for those instead of these. And I just wish that Gucci made these in more colors because I would definitely buy more of them if it was available. And these are one of my go-to pairs of shoes along with this next pair, which is an older style from Dior. So this is in a kind of beigey, pinky nude color. And I much prefer this to the more typical nude colors that you can buy. And I also wish I knew about these earlier because I would have totally bought more of these if I had known how comfortable they were. And the last pair of pumps is this pair of Mary Jane pumps from Dolce & Gabbana. So I had wanted a pair of Mary Jane pumps since I was back in high school. And at the time, someone had a pair with 2 straps on it. And I was really set on getting a similar pair, but I couldn't find any that I liked. So when I saw these, even though it only has the single strap, I decided to get these because it's the perfect match for any of my lace dresses, especially the ones that I own from Self-Portrait. So this next category is all of my flats and my lower heeled shoes. And I don't have many pairs in this category, but the ones that I do have, I really love and wear so much. And this first pair is the quilted ballet flats from Chanel. And actually, this is the second pair that I own of the same exact shoe because I completely wore out the first pair. And I think this goes with so many types of outfits, but I especially love it for an effortless and casual weekend look. This next pair is my only pair of loafers, and for the longest time, I didn't think I would ever buy a pair of loafers because I just find them a little bit too masculine for my style. But when I saw these, I thought these are the perfect ones for me because the bows at the front of them really tone down that more androgynous look in my opinion. And I find these so comfortable because the suede really molds to my feet very well. And these are the shoes that I wear on the weekends when I want to be a little bit more put together, but I have a lot of errands to run and a lot on my to-do list, so I can't be in heels for something like that. This next pair is one of my first pairs of designer shoes, the Vera Pumps from Ferragamo, and I've worn this so much over the past at least 5 years that I've owned these shoes, and the wear and tear has really been minimal on these. I love that these are the perfect shoes for an office environment because they look so professional and sensible, and it doesn't really matter if I have to run from meeting to meeting. These don't hurt my feet at all, even if I'm just running around the office, and I really think Ferragamo deserves more love. Now we have all of my sandals. So this first pair is the Aquazzura tequila sandals, and these were actually my wedding shoes. And the funny story is I bought these and received these in the mail 2 days before my wedding day. So of course I didn't get a chance to break these in, which in general isn't the smartest thing to do. But I was so surprised that these didn't hurt my feet whatsoever. And I was standing, walking around and dancing in these for the whole day. And I love these shoes because, of course, it has such a special memory tied to them, but also I just think they are such a pretty feminine pair of shoes. The only complaint I have about them is that the pearls all over the shoe kind of rattles a little bit when you're walking around, but it doesn't really bother me too much, and of course, it's just so pretty that I can overlook that. And the other pair of Aquazzura sandals I have is this pair of their minimalist wedges. So the wedge part is made of a cork material, and then the straps are a PVC material with a white leather trim. And I think these are such a nice pair of wedges. Even though I don't typically like the look of wedge shoes, I think they can look a little bit clunky, but these really live up to the minimalist name because there's not much to them, and because it is a kind of transparent material, it really goes with any color that I'm wearing. And now we have the very classic strappy sandals from Stuart Weitzman, and this specific pair is in the 115mm heel height, and I absolutely love these sandals. I think they are the perfect must-have summer sandal, and this really can dress up any outfit that you're wearing. Even a simple t-shirt and jeans could be dressed up with these shoes, so I absolutely love them. But if you wanted them in a shorter heel height, this pair, which is in a block heel, is also a great option. I love how simple and chic these are, and it goes great with all of my summer dresses. And because it is so minimal, it's the perfect shoe to complement any outfit that you're wearing without drawing attention away from it. And the last category is all of my designer boots and booties. And this first pair is from Burberry, and it's in a brown suede with this kind of brown and black resin detail on the heel of the shoe. And there's also this gold plate where the heel meets the boot also. So I think it looks very nice and it's the perfect accent. And I also love to wear this with my Fendi Peekaboo bag, which also has some very similar details with it. And as you can see, I've worn these so much that there's even some water damage on the front of the shoe. I have tried to clean it off as best as I could, but it's still kind of visible, but that doesn't stop me from wearing this shoe. This next pair is also from Burberry, and it's a very classic pair of black knee-high boots. And I love to style this with a pair of jeans and a blazer for a kind of casual and effortless look. And I've worn this pair of shoes so much that I should probably replace the heels on these before the damage gets worse. And if I want to go for a very similar style of shoe but with a heel instead, I'll wear this pair that I own from Tory Burch, and even though the leather on this pair of shoes isn't quite as nice as the leather on the Burberry pair, I still think that this was a great value for money. And I usually prefer boots with a rounded toe instead of a pointy toe because I find them more comfortable, and when I'm wearing a pair of boots, it's not like I could take them off like I can with pumps if my feet hurt, so I tend to be a little more cautious. But luckily, even though this pair has a pointed toe, it's still very comfortable. And the final pair of shoes I have to share with you guys is this pair of over-the-knee boots from Stuart Weitzman. I love how this pair of shoes make my legs look so long and so thin, and I get so many compliments whenever I wear this pair of boots. So I really think that everyone needs a pair of over-the-knee boots in their closet, whether you get a pair from Stuart Weitzman, or there's also some very good ones at some more affordable brands too. So that is it for my designer shoe collection, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you liked it, please do give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments down below which pair I showed you guys was your personal favorite. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for new videos every single week, and I'll leave 2 videos up on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now.